Hello viewers, Dorothy Devereaux here with another travel tale. This time a horror story from the Jungles of Borneo. We've been planning a trip to Borneo for a couple of weeks, and I picked out a trip that I thought had something in it for everyone. A luxury hotel for young Davy, and bit of river, bit of walking, orangutans, etc., etc. But Derek says to me, what about going overnight to spend an evening with the headhunters of Borneo? They live in a longhouse. So I thought, one night's not too long. How long can a night take? Yes, okay, I'll do it. I can do it for a night, I thought. This involved a 4-hour car trip with a guide, then an hour up the river to the jungles where the headhunters live. We were shown our sleeping quarters, which was a tin shed, and then we arrived late afternoon, so we had dinner, and everything appeared normal, well, reasonably, till dusk came, and then, to my horror, spiders came out from everywhere, great big ones, running around like ants. That's how many there were. I was terrified, beside myself. We went up to the longhouse, where we had dancing and drinking with the headhunters under a beam filled with skulls, leftovers of other tourists, obviously. We did that for several hours, and then it was time to go to bed. But the thought of going down to that spider-infested shed was not on, so I asked the guide if we might sleep up in the longhouse with the headhunters. He agreed, and a makeshift bed was arranged for the three of us on the floor in the longhouse, while the natives went off to air-conditioned rooms with beds, and we are lying on the floor, having paid a small fortune to do so. I drank a large amount of rice wine in the hope that it would knock me out, but unfortunately it had the adverse effect, and it kept me awake all night. About midnight I heard people moving around, and I thought, they're coming to get us, those headhunters. But apparently they had been out fishing, and they were coming back to their air-conditioned rooms, while we lay in this uncomfortable spot on the floor. One night I thought, it can't take that long. How long can a night take? Well, it took forever. And as I lay awake all night, I waited for dawn to come, and eventually I heard the cock-a-doodle-doo of the rooster, and I thought, dawn is approaching. But it was a very long time. In the meantime, I had to relieve myself that I wasn't going to be going down to the toilet full of spiders, so I went outside in the vegetable garden. Hope no one saw me. The next day we went down and had breakfast. I went into the bathroom downstairs. Million spiders, huge ones. Once again I had to go to the toilet outside in the garden. This whole deal was very upsetting. And I said to Peter, Derek, don't expect to see me here again. The next village I'll be in will be a Swiss one. We had a walk with a headhunter through the bush. We were using a blowpipe, etc. And then we caught the longboat back for the 4-hour drive home to the hotel. The next day I woke up with some illness. My head was spinning and my eyes were running and my nose was running, and I was in a shocking state. And we went to Kuala Lumpur, flew to Kuala Lumpur and stayed a day or two, and then we caught the plane. I was still in a shocking state, runny eyes and nose. I'm on the plane and I leant over to tell Adam I felt unwell, and I passed out on a stranger's lap. She screamed, jumped up. Next thing I know, we're being offloaded from the plane. Our baggage had to be found. It took an hour and a half. And then I was taken to the hotel attached to the airport, where we got a room, and I spent nearly a week in this room with young Davy, board witness, taking himself into the terminally state of play, and became familiar with Burger King, where the runway is and the planes take off, all that sort of thing. Young Davy found quite interesting. And then eventually I got a flight out. And that was my experience with the natives in the Longhouse. This is Doris Devereaux signing out.